Rather than talk about it, let's be about it. How's everyone doing? Joey Moss of Bad Boy Gaming here. Let's crack open the actual product. We got all 5 of these guild kits in all of their glory. Let's see what's all inside, where the value's at. Is this worth purchasing? Is it not? Is it Drake's? Is that a real thing? How are they doing? We're going to find out, guys. There you go. Skadink, skadoosh. All right, let's start by opening. I'm not even sure which one. There's so many here. I guess we can kick things off. We got Gruul and Orzhov over here. Maybe that'd be fun to open. Let's go with these 2. Let's go with these 3. So, the question everybody wants to know, is it worth it to purchase these guild kits? Well, I don't know, man. We're going to find out. But I do know something about the value and what's all in store. And, yes, I think already I can tell you affirmatively that these are worth purchasing. But let's get actually into opening them. Really nice packaging, by the way. I do like that. The lands are going for a pretty penny as well. Just the basic lands in these are like 30, 40 cents each, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. I haven't opened one of these ever. This is my first time doing this. You get this little coin here, this little tokenage. You get to crack open the back of this sucker. Roll the die. 6, 7. That's close. We'll take it. You get some, you get a fun little sticker. There you go. A little decal. By the way, I will be in attendance at the Cleveland Magic Fest this weekend. I will be there Sunday in attendance from, I'd say, roughly probably 1:30 through about 5:30. I'm not sure what time they close exactly, but somewhere around that time, sometime after 1. Just, you'll find me, you'll see me. You guys know what I look like, and I'll be with a friend of mine. We are going to be wearing Bad Boy Gaming gears, and we are going to stand out. So if you see us, don't hesitate. Come up to us. I'd love to meet you guys in person. I think it's a really cool, unique experience. Bring a camera, take some photos, all that good stuff. Don't be afraid to ask for something if you want it. I don't have a booth or anything, and I can't open this pack because I'm a little slow, but that's all right. But yeah, it's going to be a really good time. So I'm hoping to see many of your faces there. So first off, we get Zagana, Utopian Speaker. Pretty sweet card. This card is actually impactful lately in Standard. There are some decks that go with it that are pretty nasty, and it's a foil of all things. These foils are a little different than the normal foils, though. You can tell. Like it seems different, at least. Symbol's different. Everything's different on it. Let's see what else. Gyre Sage. That's a good reprint there. We'll go over the rares. We'll just talk about them real quick. It's got Evolve, so whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Tap it, add a forest for each +1/+1 counter on Gyre Sage. That thing can get out of control ridiculously quick. It sure can. Kudzu, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Vine Lasher Kudzo. Legitimate. Voral of the Hall Clade. They reprinted this sucker too, huh? 3 to bring out. Legendary Human Merfolk. For deuce, tap it. Double the number of each kind of counter on target artifact, creature, or land. That can get out of control. Does it say enchantment? No, it does not. Just imagine that with like Simic Ascendancy or whatever. Can't do it, fellas. We got the Rootkin. It's got Graft 4. What is Graft? I never even heard of that. This creature enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may move a +1/+1 counter from this creature onto it. It's pretty cool. When Cytoplast Rootkin enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. And then reduce, move a +1/+1 counter from target creature you control onto Cytoplast Rootkin. Pretty good for any deck running tokens, or not tokens, or counters, man. Fathom Mage for 4, it's got the Evolve, and then whenever a +1/+1 counter is put on Fathom Mage, you may draw a card. Legit. How many rares are in here? Holy crap. Omnibeam. By the way, these are $20 a piece. You can. I went to my LGS to buy these, but you can go to even like your Walmart if you don't have an LGS buy you. Target creature becomes a frog and with base power and toughness, 3/3 until end of turn. It's a 3/3/4 to bring out. Momor Vig, a Simic Visionary, 5. Legendary Elf Wizard. Any Elf Wizard tribal decks out there, I'd love to hear about them. Whenever you cast a creature, a green creature spell, you may search your library for a creature card and reveal it. If you do, shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. Whenever you cast a blue creature spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put that card into your hand. Legit. Now we got a Mythic here. We got the old Mimic, Shapeshifter. These cards, The value overall in just the Simic here is probably around 40, 45 bucks. That's something not to take lightly. You're only spending $20 on it. And will prices drop? Probably they're going to decline a little bit, but they're not just going to fall off the board here. I mean, you're getting some good value here. I do recommend you, if you guys can get your hands on these, go out and at least purchase one of any of the guild kits, really. I think the least value is about 30 bucks once you open it, you know, the card's in it. But upwards to like 50. So definitely it's worth purchasing. You may have Mimic enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature in the battlefield, except it has tap at the beginning of your upkeep. If this creature isn't a token, create a token that's a copy of this creature. And then we got Experiment Crawler. That's a huge casting cost, man. That artwork's sweet, though. It has all activated abilities of each other creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. Tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It's a 4/6, legit. The Simic Sky Swallower. This was printed in one of the master sets not too long ago. It's got flying and trample, also shroud. This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. That even means you. You can't target this sucker. It's a 6/6. Simic Ascendancy, there she blows. We all know what Simic Ascendancy does. Really unique card. You get 20 or more +1/+1 counters, you win the game. That is legit. And you can also distribute counters +1/+1 on target creature you control for tapping 3 there. Pretty neat. Void Slime, Void Slime, 3-drop, instant counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Some versatility right there. Guardian Project, still on rares. This is nuts. For 4, whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. Not bad. So that is all the rares. Here's the tokens you get. Here's some uncommons, Experiment 1. The Oracle here, and some commons. I thought it'd be really neat to crack these open and actually show you guys what's in them, you know. Skitter Eel, the Frilled Mystic, cool Ravnica card, or Allegiance card. The Guardian, Lizrog, Frog Lizard. He is fun. You got the Swimmer, the Guild Gates. Now here's the lands people are talking about. The unique symbol item is pretty cool too, but here they are. These are the lands people want. These are going to be collectible. They're going to go for a pretty penny, probably down the road, $1 a piece. I mean, they're going to increase in value, but these are really gorgeous to look at. Very good artwork. I like what they're doing with the forest here. Like, it's not just plain Jane anymore. They're adding some like color, some vibrance, some like pop to it, and I think that's really, really neat. Kudos on Wizards for doing that. We got some Rapids here. There's some Signets, Biomancy, a Slime, and Evolution. Pretty legit stuff, my friends. Pretty legit stuff. Definitely recommend you guys going out and picking up yourself some of these guild kits, for sure. Let's get up into Orzhov, see what Orzhov's packing. Baby, we're packing what you lacking, shooting like a tank, Captain. There you go. I'm really pumped about Magic Fest. I don't think I'll be playing in any events. I might. I mean, I don't know. I doubt it, though. I'd rather be on the floor and just meeting people. I'd rather be doing that. I'd rather be meeting and greeting. So, but yeah, we'll be there for a few hours. So definitely make sure if you're in town or you're around or even in the Cleveland area, you drop by, come say hi, baby. Come say hi. I like to believe I'm a friendly fella. So there you go. 7, 8, off by 1 again. This is madness. So you do get this cool little pin. It's pretty neat. You know what? I'll bring these pins and give them away to people at the fest too. How's that sound? Fun times. We get our Teysa Orzhov Scion foil. That one's nice. It really pops. It really does. Sacrifice 3 white creatures. Exile target creature. Whenever another black creature you control dies, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. It's a deuce. 3. Legit. So let's break up this Orzhov pack and see what we can find inside. Orzhov Pontiff. We're going to put this over here a little bit. There you go, guy. It's got the Haunt. When this creature dies, exile it. Exile it. Haunting target creature. When this creature dies, exile it. Haunting target creature. When this creature dies, exile it. Haunting target creature. I think they made a mistake there. When Orzhov Pontiff enters the battlefield or the creature it haunts dies... Wait, exile it, haunting target creature. That just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I get it, but I don't. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Creatures you don't control get -1/-1 until end of turn. Pretty legit. Teysa Karlov just came out. Ravnica Allegiance, gearing up to be something pretty sweet. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers additional time. Creature tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink. That's a huge perk right there. Ghost Council of Orzhova. So you got Legendary Creature Spirit. When Ghost Council of Orzhova enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. For 1, sacrifice a creature, exile Ghost Council of Orzhova. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. It's a 4/4. Pontiff of Blight. It's a 6-drop. Would extort. Whenever you cast a spell, you may pay either the plains or a swamp there, mana. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Other creatures you control have the extort ability. All right. Skeletal Vampire. When Skeletal, it has flying. When Skeletal Vampire enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 black creature tokens with flying. For 5, sacrifice a bat. Create 2 1/1 black bat creature tokens with flying. Sacrifice a bat, regenerate Skeletal Vampire. Not bad. This card's artwork is very similar to the Buy a Box promo card that came out in Ravnica Allegiance. If you take a look at them, very similar. Treasury Thaw with the extort ability. Whenever Treasury Thaw attacks, you may return to an artifact, creature, or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Death Pact Angel, you gorgeous, gorgeous girl, you. Flying. Whenever Death Pact Angel dies, create a 1/1 white and black cleric creature token. It has, for 6, sacrifices creature, return a card named Death Pact Angel from a graveyard to the battlefield. Pretty unique. Angel of Despair, when Angel of Despair enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. 5/5. Smothering, baby. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay dues. If the player doesn't, you create a colorless treasure artifact token, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Not bad. Good ramp there. Ethereal Absolution. I expect this card to go up in value. These guild kits are going to be like $60-$70 in about a year or two. Bet. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. And for 4, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature card, you create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. Debtor's Knell. Big 7-drop. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. All right, that is it for rares and mythics. And then here are the rest of the cards in here. You get the Rusalka, Plague Rusalka, the Enforcer, cool card, Death Touch and Afterlife for 1. The Imperious Oligarch ×2. Pitiless Pontiff. The Guild Mage ×2. Obligation, nice. Sin Collector. They really juice these things up. They are totally worth it, guys. Go out there and pick yourself up at least one if you can, you know. Definitely worth your while. Let's check out the artwork on these. Ooh, baby. Looking gorgeous. The planes. These are looking so hot. What do you guys think on these on the artwork? Did they do a good job? Do you like seeing this inside this field here? I do. I really do. I think it adds a lot to the flavor of it. You got the Signet, Ultimate Price, Final Payment, the Charm, Stab Wound, Mortify, but nice if you had 2 of them there, but only 1. Pillar of the Sleepless, 1,000 Lashes, and the good old Concentrate, Consume to close that one out. Pretty legit. Pretty legit, definitely. Let's see what is in the last one. We are working our way to Rakdos. What is in our Rakdos kit, baby? I think it's one of the more valuable ones in the set. As for right now, will that price stay that high? We don't know, baby. I don't know. But it's definitely, I can't say it enough, it's worth purchasing. I mean, that's the end of the story. I'll give out these stickers too when I'm there. That's kind of cool. There's something to give out. I wanted to get the bumper stickers, but I couldn't get them printed in time. I was lucky enough to get shirts printed in time. 7, 15. We were way off there. Bad things are coming. Pretty neat. Get a load of that pin. That is sweet sauce. And our awesome thing is Rakdos, Lord of Riots. It's a 4-drop. You can't cast a spell unless an opponent lost life this turn. Flying and trample. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. It's a 6/6. That thing's nasty. Imagine that thing in standard right now. Holy crap, man. That thing would beat the heck out of everything. Just be running through people. We got Rix Mahdi Reveler. Awesome with the Spectacle ability. When Rix Mahdi Reveler enters the battlefield, discard a card, then draw a card. If Rix Mahdi Reveler's Spectacle cost was paid, instead discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. We got the Blood Witch, sacrifice a creature. The Blood Witch deals 2 damage to any target. If the sacrificed creature was red, draw a card. If the sacrificed creature was black. Avatar of Discord. Flying. When Avatar of Discord enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you discard 2 cards. That's a really sweet card. It's a 5/3. Spawn of Mayhem. This is a card that's heavily sought after right here. It's a creature demon, Spectacle 3, flying and trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, Spawn of Mayhem deals 1 damage to each player. Then if you have 10 or less life, put a +1/+1 counter on Spawn of Mayhem. The Rakdos Pit Dragon for deuce. Against flying, and for 1, it gets +1/+0 and so on. If turn, you can pump that a bunch. Pit Dragon has double strike as long as you have no cards in hand. Oh, man. Master of Cruelties for 5. First strike, Death Touch. This thing was going for about $8-9, and it's probably sitting around 3-4 now. Master of Cruelties can only attack alone. Whenever Master of Cruelties attacks a player and isn't blocked, that player's life total becomes 1. Master of Cruelty assigns no combat damage. This combat's a 1/4. Carnival Hellsteeds, and sweet artwork on that sucker too. First strike and haste with the Unleash. You may have this creature on the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. It can't block as long as it has a +1/+1 counter. It's a 5/4. These are not legal in Standard, by the way, guys. A handful of them are legal, but the rest are all like Standard, and they're going back in the day. Rakdos the Defiler. Legendary creature, demon with the flying and trample. When Defiler attacks, sacrifice half the non-demon permanents you control. Round it up. Holy crap. 7/6. Rakdos deals combat damage to a player. The player sacrifices half the non-demon permanents they control. Round it up. Man, that thing is brutal. The Hellkite's here. Flying. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, create a 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying. It's a big 8-drop, but you can get this sucker out. You're going to wreck some hell, man. It's a 6/6. Dreadbore. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Beautiful card. Theater of Horrors. It's getting used and abused up in Standard right now. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. During your upkeep, if any opponent lost life this turn, you may play cards exile with Theater of Horrors. A 4. Theater of Horrors deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Then you got Demon Fire. Deals X damage on any target. If a creature dealt damage this way, would die this turn, exile instead. Hellbent. If you have no cards in hand, this spell can't be countered, and the damage can't be prevented. Nasty. That is damage, though. I'm not happy with that, and I did not cause it. You guys see that? There you go. That is not cool. Rakdos Return deals X damage to target opponent or planeswalker that player or that player planeswalker's controller discards X cards. I can't believe that was damage. That stinks, man. Really cool, though. Dragon Token times 5. Wow, the Cackler. Kill Assassin with a Guild Mage. Another Rakdos Guild Mage. The Freak. A Thug. Got old Poppet Champion. Some Firewheeler. A lot of really neat cards, very strong. These decks are pretty strong themselves. And the artwork on these, get a load of that. Swamps are looking beautiful. My fave. So are the mountains. Going to be collectible. Get your hands on them, for sure. Got spikes in the back, the Signet, Charm, Key Ruin, Skewer the Critics. Even that card's probably going to be $1 soon if it's not already. Augur Spree, Rebels, Flames, Wrecking Ball, and last but not least, Carnival and Carnage. To wrap things up in that one. Crack the other open tomorrow, but as for right now, there it is. Definitely let me know if you're going to be showing up to Magic Fest. I hope I'm going to meet some of you guys. These are worth it to purchase. It's a very simple video. Everything's worth at least $30 and up for each box, ranging up as high as I think 54, 55. The lands you're making out on, everything is golden. Thumbs up. Go out, purchase them. It is what it is. They're going to only be available limited time, so get your hands on them if you can. I love you guys, and as always, we'll see you later.